Why would people show up here for a tour and you will not allow them to take photos and videos of the experience? What's the point? But then white guys going on a tour, you can let them take photos and videos. And will not allow black people to take photos and videos. There's no point. I don't understand.
Don't allow fame to eat into your head. The fact that Obia airboard Jeosono, don't allow it to eat into your head Oba Bedin in Kwasiasem. Because as soon as you do that, we would come here and have conversations about you.
You don't know these streets like we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Streeters Watching. I go by the name Zilt Nana Kweku Bliss, and this is my editorial. Your Kasabia, you can say, don't allow fame to eat into your head. The fact that Obia airboard Jeosono, don't allow it to eat into your head Oba Bedin in Kwasiasem. Because as soon as you do that, we would come here and have conversations about you. And as Yaba Beye editorial about you. Somebody is behaving as though or one crofo and as or one penny for numbers. So to do the right thing in this particular instance, because I think I am influential, because I think say metimafrobia manafrobia bibie sininti me fa mo proceed in a particular location or enye and now signs will be ranting on social media. But good enough. The people involved have also replied to him. www.mybet.africa. Charlie, Ochina. I know a section of Ghanaians who are wishing say Ghana able Lucy because of the teams we are likely to meet Nintino. Or the in losing Asia, Colombia, America, Portugal, and Spain there. Yeah, we have to see but we'll get into that conversation. And see, www.mybet.africa will start a crowd now. They are called to select the team you want to win. Unye chat now will pay you in a more digital and professional way. Aqua Blue Mineral Water ensure you know the Ashes World Cup and beyond. Ensure Onoma you can support your country and that's the team you think would win the World Cup very well. So Aqua Blue, Oko say Oto ensure. Tell them say you need Aqua Blue or nothing. What you say? Aqua Blue or nothing. Matrix Gym. You want a place to keep fit? Ope baby, equipment, personality, space, anything about gymming and also training your body, it's available for you at Matrix Gym, Legon City Mall, Okohonoma, na Afi, Wakwako, Nyoma Chichen Kobo, and then you would be sorted out. Today, the conversation is about an individual and a site. A tourist site. The individual in question here, Benjamin Kojo Mensah, known to the public as Goshes. Say, it's familiar to you. I ring some love story being in here, man. So let me give you a little background about Goshes. We woke up one day and all of a sudden there were two people trending heavily here in Ghana. And I must say, to some extent, the whole of Africa. There was Goshes and Lillian Chipeso. So these two, Lillian, Zambia, and these two fell in love. Their stories were all over. It got to a point where GTA and other big people, when in respect to tourism and all of that, got involved. They were touring Ghana. The girl is a media personality where she comes from into Obaye now. They did some introduction and all of that. So Goshes got some sort of fame. And proud to this, it's something that he's been doing. Promoting Ghanaian tourist sites, promoting Africa, promoting some of the nice things we have here in Ghana and beyond. That is something that he's been doing on his social media. But this time, the conversation is about Goshes and the Kakum National Park. Woke up this morning and Goshes had done a video on the social media expressing how bitter he is over the treatment or receiving here when he decided to go shoot a documentary or get some videos to help promote the Kakum National Park. Now, it's the same way you feel like, okay, it's cool. It's a good idea, especially with somebody who has these numbers, looking at your track record where you help promote tourist sites, you help promote Ghana and beyond, even to the point to get the whole minister and couple of big people in that respect follow you and appreciate and meet you up. It seems like a very good idea. We are here, we talk about tourism and how to make it attractive to the local people and also to the people in the diaspora. And to say, if Goshes has this idea, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But it looked like it wasn't an idea he really thought through and as a planned. Because in the video, Onongosa Echemu say they were there. They were in that locality. They were in that area. And I decided, say, then before I leave, let me go and do this video at the Kakum National Park. And then, me promote it. Ene niakikao. Or this idea say obeko honom no. In that respect, I was say making sure say Enyama be at Otonakwemu before he goes, because we all know that when you want to visit a tourist site, you need to call management, especially if you want to do a documentary. And in the video I'm about to play to you, no, Onogasa Chiremwa, it was a documentary where he wanted to interview the management of the site and also get some exclusive stuff, sending on or postia, it would help promote that particular tourist site. Let's listen to this video. Or church and insemu. Any insema isiye. Then I'll play a video of Okoho no sono niesiye and the response from the Kakum National Park. Then I'll give my 2 cents on it. Let's watch Goshes telling us the story or what happened there as he went to shoot at the Kakum National Park.
Let me tell you the story and how bad these guys are. And I feel like they are causing more harm to this park than good. You people should just check them out. So, you know Luma is in Ghana at Infante Pim School, right? Today I said, no, we need to go out and then go and start looking at some tourist site, because if I check the timetable, if we don't do that today, it's going to be a problem. The target, Kakum National Park, let's go so that you walk on the canopy. But then as we drive in, then I had a thought. You know the kind of relationship I have with the tourism industry? I was like, let me just use this as an opportunity to promote the place extensively in a way that I can even talk to the director, the manager, whoever. I mean, I needed a higher authority to speak to, just to let them know that, hey, this thing that we're going to do is going to promote this place. But you know these guys, they will always tell you that you need clearance. But I was faster. So I had to call Abeku Santana and I said, Abeku, you can call him and ask him. I said, Abeku, you know Luma is in town. And today we are heading to Kakum. I was just about a few minutes to Kakum and I called Abeku. We are just getting to Kakum. And you know, I want to use this as an opportunity to advertise the park extensively. So if you could just call the manager, somebody somewhere, and just let them know that, hey, this is what's happening and these guys want to promote the place for you. So if you could just let them speak to them if they want to talk to you. Sabeku was like, yeah. So I'm going to call somebody. He said the director is going to call the director and he's going to get back. His director, I think the tourism director or somebody. But he said he was going to call somebody and revert. So now we got in there. Now, Kakum is a tropical rainforest. So when we got into the park, I mean, they've opened the park, but they've not yet opened the canopy walk because we got there very early. And suddenly, the clouds changed. It was just about to rain, right? So we were like, no, if we don't act smart, we're going to be at loss. So let's just start filming around here because they put some beautiful dustbins and all of that. Like the place was nice that morning. So this morning, so I was like, let's just start filming this place to show how nice this thing is, so that in case Abeku calls back and then talk to the boss, whoever that we need to talk to, then we can go ahead and do what we need to do as well. Now we started filming. I was talking to Lumai with our action camera, the DJ, small action camera. And if you know, these guys in their video, they said that I came there filming with my professional cameras, like my gadget. They even use the word equipment. I have never filmed. I have been filming for years. I don't remember when or any day that I have filmed with professional cameras. I don't have professional cameras. All these big DSLRs that people are using, I don't have. I only film on my iPhone 15 Pro and my small DJI camera. Even the DJI camera, I got it just about 3 weeks ago. I've always been filming with all the exchange programs, everything you've been watching. It's iPhone 15 Pro Max, done, that's it. This guy said they would not allow us to film. We need clearance. Okay, fine. But we were the first people there, so I took it like, okay. Then as we were there, these white guys came, and another school bus came. Then, when this guy stepped out of the car, they started taking photos with their big cameras. These white guys, they started taking photos with their big cameras. Taking photos, cameras and the phones and all that. I was like, what? So I went to the guy, but I was also waiting for Abeku's call. The call was not coming. I said, okay, let's just abort the plan. We wanted to promote this place extensively. We're not going to do that. We only pay and let Lumai go there, go and have the experience on the canopy, and then just take the photos and videos to show that, yeah, he came here and he visited Kakum. We are done, then we walk away. So I gave the money to Evans, go and pay. And then Evans went ahead and he paid. We were 4, we went there, we were a team of 4. But we only paid for 2, because I don't have any interest going to work on the canopy. The other guy had no interest, right? So he went to pay for Lumai and just Evans, because Evans will now hold the phone, this phone that I'm filming on, and the small action camera, and go with Lumai and make the photo and the video. Now, when this guy got to the check where you show the receipt, the guys there said, we will not let you go. He said, why? He said, well, if you go there, you make the video. No, bro, but these guys working in there are having cameras and phones. Why can't you allow us to go? He said, well, we cannot let you go. Now, no, the guy, it is so painful that I never asked of the guy's name or took a photo of him. I would have showed you the guy. But you know yourself, you have to bow your head down with shame. You, this guy. I went back to him and I said that the guy is saying he will not allow us to go inside. What's the point? How come all these white guys are taking photos and you say we cannot take photos? You say, when you come here, you take photos, and then you go and post it, it becomes commercial. You can only take the photos for yourself. You cannot take photos and send it online. If you do that, then it's commercial. It means you are doing commercial, so you need to pay for. I take photos with my phone. I come here, take photos with my phone, document my experience, and you call it commercial. So if people have social media, people have online audience, or people want to share their experience with people in their social network, they cannot do that. You mean they cannot do that? Why have you allowed the white guys to be doing that? And these are the guys. It's so interesting how when this guy shows up, they become so sober, because this guy was so sober. Everybody there, including the lady who did this video, everybody was so sober, like a white person has showed up, so sober. They can even just vacate their seats for these people to sit on, and then they will just pick a fan and be fanning them. You people, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's an honest story in Wakache, you know. Oju Honom, no. They said he's having professional cameras and all that. But see, gosh, there are 2 things. I would always link this particular move or story to a year when I Show Speed came to Ghana. Trust you me, he didn't just move to Ghana. I remember Abeko Santana came out to say, he said, the tourism ministry, omuni insanwo adia I Show Speed ayen. And it's true. But Speed and his team had people come to the ground to make arrangements before his arrival. And that is why we've always enjoyed good PR from I Show Speed and his team up to now, because preparations were put in place for him to come and enjoy himself, experience the country, so that when he goes out there and he's telling the story, he's going to tell the story the right way, which is going to be very attractive for Nkrofo on mentioning videos and as on Metagan and Kano to feel free and come to the land. You can't just wake up one day and decide, say, because I am conscious, I am going to a place. And even in your speech, you called Abeku Santana. Maybe you don't know this. The Kakum National Park and a couple of these sites are not under the tourism ministry. They are not under Abeku Santana. There are some that are under them, there are some that are not. And unfortunately for you, call now place here, no, you didn't know, so you didn't really call the right person. And if you call somebody, as you're saying, you call Abeko Santana to call anybody there, like the management or whoever, to allow you there. Wait for a response before you move. Because if Abeko Santana has not gotten back to you and you decided to move her, you can't blame anybody over there. You can't blame the workers. You can't blame the people who prevented you from shooting. And let me state this. You were allowed in there. Gosh, you have numbers on social media. So Obikra ne eba ufie, and you know that this person has a certain level of influencer. You would one way or the other put things in place so that you can welcome the person good. Say then pakone kwa. Now decided say or the name be able to social media. Now say the platform at which are you very influential. No, it wouldn't be a bad PR on you. If you have somebody coming from the States, let's say a family member goes to the States and they pakone air back to Ghana, we do cleaning. 1 year, the near match, 2 year, the near match, and now if the family is expecting a visitor, it could be from another town, and nasi bibia. We make sure the house is clean before the visitor comes in, because yempese obeba na afe in some of the BP if you feel on akoya boni. There's a saying that we don't wash our dirty clothes outside. So what I say? So we need to plan, we need to get certain things in place. And sana, somebody as influential as yourself would come in. Don't you agree with that, Goshes? Why do you want it to be like you can just barge into the space and start recording? If they prevented you from using your equipment, I am here and I'm thinking, say, it's not just about the equipment, it's also about your influence. It's also about your influence. Now, let's watch a video. Goshes was on the grounds. And also, a claim is say, why do you allow the white people go? But me as a black man, me as a native of the land, me as a Ghanaian, no, you were finding challenges with me using my cameras and all that. Let's watch this video.
You will not believe what is happening here at the Kakum National Park. It is so bad. It is so terrible, and it is so wrong. You know, when you get in there, you pay. I understand you pay here at the entrance before you get in there. When we got in here, they just allowed us to enter, then we entered. Now getting in here, if you tell me professional cameras, I don't know which professional camera I'm holding here. Which one is a professional camera I'm holding now? I don't have any professional camera. Some are taking photos and videos with their phones and all that. But us, we are not allowed to take photos with our phones, not even our phones, to keep memories of the experience that we want to have around here. Like what's the point? I don't understand. Call on these people here and talk to them. Why would people show up here for a tour and you will not allow them to take photos and videos of the experience? What's the point? But then white guys going on a tour, you can let them take photos and videos. And will not allow black people to take photos and videos. There's no point. I don't understand. Let's be very, very, very mindful of how we treat ourselves as Africans. I mean, as blacks, as Ghanaians, and how we treat Europeans. Here, I'm talking about Kakum National Park. It's so bad. It is so wrong. It is so disdainful. It is not supposed to happen.
Welcome back. Again, if you do not know some of these procedures, Ewasubisa. The little I know, especially when it comes to whites or people from the diaspora coming to visit some sites in the country, is they book ahead of time. They make plans, they schedule. Sometimes they even call these sites to have conversations with them on, okay, so we are coming with 7 people, 2 cameramen. These are the cameras we are using. These are the places we want to go. And this is the amount of time we want to spend at this particular location today. They make all of that arrangement before they move. So sometimes when you are visiting a site, especially if you go there alone, you realize, check it in, and I say, they'll take it, I'ma give you, I'ma the go ahead to move and go and visit these sites. No, you see a section of people, let's say 5-10 group of people come out from a bus, and you see a different workers approach them. Maybe I'll wait now for 10 minutes. No, sometimes they might even skip the line and enter. So I told that, let me know, because it happens. And this is as a result of them booking ahead of time. And because they make the arrangements ahead of time, there are preparations. It was wait for almost 10 minutes. But when this group of people come, all of a sudden the gate is open for them to enter, and they start doing whatever they want to do. They do that because they prepare, they communicate before they get there. And yes, almost skin color, nase, almost race, nintina, yeah, almost treatment. No, most of them, they schedule, they plan, and they get there. So it has nothing to do with their skin tone, and now say their race. And for somebody like you, I think you should know better. You should know better in the sense you are the same person who sells Ghana to the whole world, who sells Ghana to Africa. So such utterances should not come out from your mouth. And once a true positioner, you try to sound like the ordinary. You try to, because people watch you. People are listening to you. So people about Ghana, or people call any of the sites, we are talking about the Kakum National Park, or we are called the Kakum National Park. Some would get the idea to visit those sites from you. So imagine you start to sell this kind of message to people. How do you want them to come to the land and visit these sites? Yes, I get it. Probably you don't know how big you are. You don't know how influential you are. But in Niamabi, it should take you to use your brains to decipher these things than to just come on social media, put a camera on you, and start to rant. In all of this, the PR team for the Kakum National Park has come out to say one or two. Let's listen to them.
Hello, everyone. We've come across a video circulating online about a gentleman claiming that he came to Kakum and then he was denied access to take pictures and videos to post online. Before we address the issue, we humbly ask those who have visited the park before that were they asked to pay a certain amount of money before taking pictures or video to post online? Or were they told not to post videos and pictures about Kakum online? The fees we charge for photography and videography are for commercial purposes, documentaries, and others. However, if you pass through the appropriate channels, these fees can be waived off. The gentleman in question came to the park with 3 others and started videoing the facilities with his cameras and other equipment, claiming he had authorization from Abeku Santana. Authorities then asked for official documents to verify, but he wasn't able to provide. We then said he should wait for the clearance before he can proceed with his activities. After a while, he opted to pay for the canopy walk. However, after paying for the canopy walk only, we realized at the checkpoint that he wanted to enter the forest with his cameras and then equipment to do the professional photography. At the checkpoint, he was then told to wait for the clearance or to pay for the professional photography or videography. He then got angry, threw some tantrums at management, and left. At Kakum National Park, we don't discriminate. We treat everyone fairly and equally. You can come in here, take beautiful pictures, videos, share online, create beautiful memories with your family and friends, and share the pictures with everybody. So to the gentleman, we are still waiting for the authorization you claim you had from Mr. Abeku Santana.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you listen to what the PR team is even saying, or what the lady just said, it speaks loud. And the part, or at the point where she said, say you were throwing tantrums, I am forced to believe because of the videos, the 2 videos I played, because you sounded like an arrogant individual who is expecting whoever is there to see you and say, oh, this is gorgeous, let's allow him do whatever he wants to do. That is what you sounded like. You might not like these words, but that is what you sounded like. You didn't sound like somebody who has realized that I didn't prepare to get to this place. I didn't speak to them before coming here. No, you didn't sound like that. You sounded like, yo, me Ogboro. I'm influential. You should know me. Na meju ankwa there. Open the floodgates. Open every door for me to enter to do whatever I want to do. That is how you sounded. And there's one thing I love about the ladies' communication, and I say, in Sembio communicating to the public, they say, if you've ever been to the park and you've been treated bad, release it. Come and talk about it. Because they believe that they are doing a good job at that particular space. They know that they are not disrespectful. They are always on business. They stand on business all the time. That is why she is bold enough to alter those words and like throw a challenge to the public. Say, so what back Kakum National Park and you've been treated unfairly before? Let us know, or come on social media and rant. And I'm yet to see anybody put out a video saying, after they visited the Kakum National Park, and now say after they've gone there, they've been treated bad. The little research I'm getting, people are actually almost always excited. Almost always excited. It's hard though. I mean, for me, I'm very disappointed. And somebody say, who appointed you to be disappointed? No. But like somebody like Goshes, I love him. I watch his content. I think he has the potential to be on the same level as Wodemaya. And it's always good to have somebody learn from somebody, because what the two of them are doing is very, 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 very good, especially in helping to draw awareness to the country and some of the things we have here in the country. But when you put a camera to your face and then you decide to speak like this, I don't get it. I actually don't get it. Let us plan to execute. Let us plan to succeed. Let us not just all of a sudden wake up and think, we can do whatever we want just because we have some sort of influence at this particular time. No. Right now, all of this video that are now, they are to social media now. How do you want somebody who has never been to the park, somebody who pays attention to what you do, what kind of picture are you painting to that person? So what? You create and you destroy and then you come back and create again? Because it looks like you are destroying whatever you've done. Charlie, it's hard. It's hard, but unfortunately, Goshes, you've goofed. For me personally, I would advise that you take down all of those videos. I know it's already out there, but you try and you just take it down. Take it down. Find a way, communicate with the management of the park, and go and do what you wanted to do. Just plan with them. Plan with them. There's nothing wrong with planning. Ghanaians, sometimes we love to do things out of the blue too much. Sometimes you feel we are at liberty to do it, so let's just do it. Plan with them. Maybe the management here, person maybe at that particular day they were doing some sort of cleaning or something, so the person doesn't look appropriate for you to have that conversation with the person. And now, just plan with them. If it's not today, the park is there. The park, no, and you're running water, air core. It is there. You can plan. Next time you go there, you do a beautiful documentary and put it out there. But bro, I would advise that you take down all of those videos, because it doesn't speak well of the country, it doesn't speak well of yourself, and doesn't speak well of us, the citizens. Because some of the things you said are too much. Trying to portray or paint a picture, say, if it's a white person, we are allowing the person to move, but if it's a black person, we are restricting the person. Whilst it's totally different. Ladies and gentlemen, come into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this whole thing. For me, I keep saying he's good. And I would advise you pull down those videos. But keep it real because the street is always watching.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We